For Randy Daniel,
There's always going to be those traditional, you know, gas guzzlers. We all do it. I mean, this is a state where we like to jack our cars up as tall as me.
gasoline is a thing of his past.
Even with our electric bill, we look for the cheapest price, most of us do, to pay our bill. And I think it's the same thing when we talk about uh, fuel or just travel in general.
The Alternate Fuel Facilities Program provides funding to individuals, businesses, and local governments to promote alternate fuels like biodiesel, compressed gas, and EV use.
If I'm driving an EV and I can't find a charging station, then I'm kind of tied to wherever the nearest one is at. So uh, the more that there is, the easier it is to travel, the more you don't feel tied down to a certain station or a certain location.
According to the National Renewable Energy Lab, the number of EVs is projected to reach over 26 million by 2030 and on their way to power up at stations.
Cities like Denton have applied but weren't selected in January, but they can reapply for 2 charging stations to be located at the city's rec center. Expanding the city's EV charging network is a priority that would help reduce the ozone pollution. There are non-attainment areas that are extreme, like California, and moderate, like Texas, that don't meet the National Ambient Air Quality Standard by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, as the Metroplex ozone reached a severe low in September. Director of Environmental Services and Sustainability Michael Gonde explains how important this is for Denton.
So one of the key goals there would be to transpose or change how we do our on-road transportation. The more we can get to EV, we get to zero emission, we may get to attainment for ozone.
As the city looks beyond the future with its increasing amount of 600 EV registered cars out of the 100,000 in the city.
Most multifamily don't have a way to charge or run a cord out of their house, things like that. So we're looking to incentivize and do things that get us ahead of the curve, but not so far ahead of it that EV charging sits there and somewhat deteriorates before it gets used.
Reporting for NT Daily News, I'm Alfredo Padron.